Colin Brother here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Hey, it's festive seasons, and in a really weird turn of events, I came across this. It actually started my wife going to me, and this is a few weeks back. She goes to me, have you heard that Doro song? What Doro song? Oh, it's a Christmas song. Like, Doro's done loads of Christmas songs. Which one?
Mm.
Oh, the one with Flake from Rammstein. I was like, what are you on about? Flake from Rammstein, who was, of course, the keyboard player in Rammstein. I was like, no, I've got no idea what you're talking about. She's like, oh yeah, no shit. She couldn't remember what it was. So eventually she found it. She's like, oh, it's a cover of Fairytale of New York. I was like, fuck off. Don't want to hear it now. Doro doing Fairytale of New York with Flake of Rammstein is unique, but I
hmm
didn't really see anything worthwhile listening there, so I ignored it. Anyway, Christmas reactions this year, there ain't been as much fresh stuff. So I thought, let me look at this track. Then I had a nightmare finding it. Because like Doro didn't do this song. Doro didn't do this song. She is
Right.
on it, but it's Flake himself who's actually the artist credited with this because, as I've now discovered, he released a Christmas album in November of this year, including many different covers, German versions, German hymns, and songs, and this version of Fairytale in New York. So I had a wealth to choose from, but I've decided to choose this one purely because I hate this song, the original, that is, and I hate many versions of it. And I'm like, okay, let me hear this, let's just say, unusual German man from Rammstein. Let's be honest, he's a bit unusual, folks, but they're all weird in Rammstein. But he might be one of the weirder ones. As Lou jokingly laughed earlier on she's like, yeah, the weird one from Rammstein. It's like as if they're all not fucking weird. Do his version of Fairytale in New York. I'm excited because I'm wondering, shit, there might actually be something really unique here, and I might actually like. I don't know because it's still Fairytale of New York,
Yeah.
but I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I didn't know it existed either. So this is completely new to me. I don't have as much hatred for the original song as you do. I don't like the original song purely because it's just another Christmas song that's been played to death. But outside of that, it's yeah. I mean, I'd be interested to see how it does because obviously I only know him from Rammstein, so I'm like, is this going to be similar to that, or is it like is his Christmas stuff like completely different?
Well, this all ended up in a bit of a discovery for me. Is I didn't even realize he did his own solo stuff and he
Mm,
sung. I did not know that. So
yeah.
it's all been a bit of a discovery. So, and I haven't listened to any of this because as soon as I found this out, I was like, right, write it on the board. This is for me and Brendan to do. And then I'm going to basically listen and investigate this album in full following this point because
Yeah.
it is still Christmas time. But for now, I'm just like, okay, let's see what's going on with Flake feiert Weihnachten, which is, I guess, the overall song. It's Flake Does Christmas, I believe. That's what it is. And it's Fairytale of New York. Let's do this in three, two, one, go. What's that melody? Okay. The video's
Lower
going to
tone.
be money.
It's playing it at a more somber sort of key.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk town. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you.
Oh, there she is.
They've got cars big as bars, they've got rivers of gold. Where the wind goes right through you, no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me.
You're handsome, you're pretty, queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, you hold out for more. Sinatra was swinging, all the drums they were singing. We kissed on the corner and danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. John lying there almost dead on the truth in that bed.
You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy maggot. Happy Christmas, your eyes are grey, God, it's our last.
The boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Babe, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. I could have been someone.
Why so could anyone? You took my dreams from me when I first found you.
I kept them with me, babe. I bought them with my own. Can't make it all alone.
What the fuck is going on in this video?
I don't know.
You.
I don't know.
The boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Babe, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
Oh, please let it end. How the fuck does it have like a minute to go? What's it doing?
He looks very proud of himself.
That's a slap. I don't.
Well, strong opinions
Oh.
incoming.
Honestly, man, I am. Don't ever. Oh no, it's definitely unique. Don't ever, man. The fucking song just fucking sucks, and every version of it fucking sucks, and this fucking suck. I don't know what I hated about that more. There was a lot to hate about that. First off, that is so fucking boring. Unbelievably. I thought, oh, at least it's a bit more folky. At least it's got a bit more of that Celt vibe. You know, it does feel a bit more Irish and stuff like that. But it wasn't really the point of it was song to be. It was more of American Irish kind of thing. Not supposed to be like traditionally whatever. But then you've got this Braveheart looking motherfucker who turns out to be Joseph Kelly, of Irish American descent, part of the Kelly family. I didn't even know who that was. I didn't recognize him, anything like that. And like, but he's like, so like, he's dressed like fucking goddamn William Wallace kind of Scottish dress up. And here comes Doro. What the fuck's she wearing? And I'm thinking, she don't even sound that great either. And then it cuts to them doing this like, oh, we're like doing it in a studio with headphones. But half the time she's holding the headphones out here. Not even like doing it fucking properly. And you've got these odd, weird fucking characters, pointless in the background, while he's sitting there playing on his little fucking keyboard doing really nothing and adding nothing to the song except the keyboard melody, which is the same fucking melody we've heard before. And all I'm thinking is,
Hey.
when does this get unique? When does it do something clever and interesting and imaginative? And then I realized, oh shit, it's just a video. The video is what it is. The video is, hey, this is me and I'm creative and I'm a bit weird. Look at my mad video.
He smiled
Fucking
twice.
hell.
But aside from that, did you like it?
No! No, I
You
did
know?
not.
Oh dear. Yeah, like didn't live up to any kind of minor hype that I may have had in terms of it potentially being a bit like a Ramstein song or anything like that. He didn't even sing, so it's like, oh my God, Flake does singing, but obviously not this time. Let me try and find some positives. Let me try. I'm going to struggle here. I like the fact that the initial keyboard melody is at a slightly lower key than the original. I thought there was, even though it was confused as hell, occasionally in the video there were some moments that I appreciated, which was this kind of scene of what looked like, I don't know, dictators, leaders of countries, royals, everything like that, sitting around eating cake, and almost that idea that Christmas can bring anyone together. You've got homeless people, you've got, military people, you've got people in royal garb, and everyone's equal at Christmas. However, I am also aware that I may be reaching massively here to try and take meaning from where there is no meaning. There are things in it that I can't, like, I'm usually quite good at trying to find like interpretations within things, and I don't know where to even start with, like the Tin Man for a start. I don't understand where that came from. And then right near the end, I think they only came up twice. They suddenly sort of flashed back to what looked like an old war scene, and I was like, oh, okay, not sure where that came from. Then we're back in the room again, and then it's back, like the song stretched on too much. And I also kind of feel it gives me the impression that they just didn't know anything about the Pogues, and they were like, oh, they're kind of like Irish. Oh, what are Irish people? Oh, they have kilts and William Wallace, and they have bagpipes. Oh, cool. And it's like, no, no, that's Scottish, dude. You messed that one up. So
Yeah.
I don't. I look to me like I'll never listen to that again. If it's nowhere near anything like a here's my take on a song. It is just here's me doing that song with a wacky video, and you don't see the video. I mean, it's wacky, but it's not good. That's the thing. It's not enjoyable as a video. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And obviously when you listen to the song, you don't see the video, so there's nothing like this won't be being added to any playlist anytime soon.
No, right. So, I mean, I'm sure someone's going to criticize me in the comments for saying, well, you went in with a negative mindset, you hate the song already, so you're always going to hate this. Yeah, that's very true to a certain degree. It was going to take a lot to win me over, but I expected something that would be a little bit more creative than this is. The lack of creativity in this astounds me. Astounds me because where it's tried to be creative, it's got fucking things wrong. That's almost insulting to a degree. However, I have followed something up. I have clicked on videos of Flake feiert the Flake feiert Weihnachten. And what I can tell now is that we are seeing this video out of context, which
Right.
this is not an excuse because it does not help because most people will potentially just watch the video on its own. It looks to me, based off the thumbnails that I'm seeing for all 6 videos, that there is an overarching narrative being told across this album. Happy Christmas, war is over. Seems to be the first one. And that looks like that's where our wartime people come from. In the next one, Weber Winter Wald, 3 weeks ago as of time recording, I can see the Tin Man and the Santa Claus person, like they look
Right.
like homeless people walking down the street. Then we've got Fairytale of New York. Then we've got Kerr's film, which appears to show people sitting, the people around the Christmas table that we saw at the start. Then we've got a longer to Oh East Reach Gut with another long words I'm not saying because it's German. It looks like he's doing this sort of chefy stuff there. And the last one, which is Silent Night, Steel Notched, Heelage Notched, has like the sort of characters, the sort of like pimp looking people walking. So it looks like the album is trying to tell a big long narrative.
Right.
And obviously the videos would tell that as well. Well, that's cool. Bear in mind that a lot of people like us will go, all right, Flake from Rammstein doing Fairytale in New York. Let me check that out. Without knowing any of the others around it. And that's what I witnessed. Just something like, it doesn't, I don't really get, like, I know you can't win from his perspective. Like, you kind of, if you want to do an overall narrative, I get like what you want to do there, but it still doesn't change the fact as a standalone single and a video, like, fucking hell.
My issue with that then, like, so, okay, first of all, absolutely get that. Taking one out of it in context, we've missed it. It's like watching a single scene from a movie and going, this movie's shit. So that I can understand. But it's fair then to separate what we're actually reacting to, which is the song, more than the video. So while the video may have a better story and a better concept around it, if we drop the video aspect of it then and say, right, as a song, just putting that on a music player where you have no video to hand, you're just listening to it in your headphones, would I listen to that and say, what we said in other videos we've always done, which is like what we look for from Christmas covers is for bands or members of bands to take a song and go, I'm going to do the song, I'm going to do it justice, but I'm going to add something to it. So it's not just a karaoke cover. And I wouldn't get that from this song, just listening to it. So video aside, concept aside, to me, it's still a pretty sucky music cover because it just sounds like the song.
I think it's terrible. I would say at the start, I can imagine playing that like if I was to ever play it again and immediately gets that last minute and a half, just be like, right, we can skip it from here at this point because there's nothing else here. It's a minute and a half and people just going la 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 la, like, oh, for God's sake. For God's sake, Flake. Damn it. I hope the rest of the album, because I'm going to do it and review it for Christmas, I hope the rest of the album has more going on than that. It may not be like the fact, you know what, I'm going to offer him an olive branch. I'm going to offer him a slight, like, reprieve here, if he needs it from me being, like, a very rich, famous artist, but I'm going to offer him this. You probably know you can't do too much with this track because it's so beloved by a maddening group of people that if you fuck with this too much, oh, well, they almost want it. I haven't looked, and thankfully most of it's in German, not doing this translation, but I guarantee somewhere there'll be a comment going, didn't say the F word, changed it to maggot, did you, Doro? That's not, you know what I mean? Like, people, like, that's how people are, and I was listening out like we all are. I was like, oh, are they going to do it? Nope, it's maggot, rightfully fucking so. If it bothers that much, people don't be weird about it. But, like, I can imagine, like, there's more than enough people, like, if he had gone wild with this, like, really wild, if he had the creativity to do that, it would have just outraged a different set of people. So I know you're kind of stuck with this song. You kind of have to do it like the original. I don't really know how you really do it.
I think it would be quite telling.
Version of this that's wildly different.
I haven't really ever sought out any other versions of this song. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure there are some out there. There's got to be some, even if it's only wildly different in the same format of like, oh, we've got guitars and drums and we shout every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It'll be interesting when you review the album, won't it? Because if there are songs then that he has gone to town on, and this is more of maybe a traditional sort of gesture and cover in respect of the Pogues, and
might be more forgivable then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but if the whole album of quite famous songs is just like for like covers, then less forgivable.
We've talked a lot about this one, folks, and some strong opinions here. You know what we want from you, to let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.